Welcome back to TransGuyReacts. My name is Nik and I make videos about women's basketball, collegiate or professional, and today I'm going to talk about the WNBA games for Tuesday, August 27th. So today's games, there wasn't only one game on today, and there wasn't any transactions or information going on, nothing new. So today's game was Las Vegas Aces versus Dallas Wings. It was a sellout game, and it actually looked like every seat was filled. It wasn't like people bought a whole bunch of tickets trying to resell them, and then there were a whole bunch of empty seats. It was actually a sellout game, which I love to see. The GOAT, Cheryl Swoops, was on the call. Love to see that, of course. And the Aces, they came out on fire with their belly, fire in their belly. But the Wings were able to keep up in that first quarter, but it ended 25-18. There were a lot of Aces fans in the building. I really noticed that. They were quite loud. I did not love that. I don't like it when you go to a home team's game and you are louder and cheering louder for the opposing team. I think that's super disrespectful. I can't control people's behavior, but I will share my opinion, and I think y'all are assholes for doing that. But, you do you, boo. Going to the second quarter, Asia was doing Asia Wilson things. The Wings were fighting and keeping it close. It was 42-37 at the end of the second quarter. Go to halftime. Everything's cool. Nothing. They don't show us anything, unfortunately. Didn't see any halftime performances or anything like that. Coming to the third quarter, Natasha Howard is playing out of her mind. Flash she's just playing so well. Arike Gumbawale, she ends up tying the game 58-58 with 7 minutes left. Satu Sabali finally finds her shot, and she's hitting everything. But of course, Asia Wilson doing Asia Wilson thinks she's doing everything right. Tiffany Hayes has the biggest freaking flop I've ever seen in my life, and she got away with it. It was ridiculous. She flew backwards like freaking Matrix, and it was an Oscar-winning performance for sure. But I would say there are a couple of players in the league who, when they flop or if they get fouled, they just overreact to the core, and I would say Tiffany Hayes is one of those people, Caitlin Clark's another, and Odyssey Sims. Those three players, if they get a foul or if they pretend to get fouled, it is just the most dramatic thing I've ever seen in my life. It's ridiculous, but if it works, it works. Can't hate on it if it's working. At the end of the third quarter, 69-62. You go into the fourth quarter, it's a tight quarter. It's going back and forth. Aces are having the edge in it, and Asia and Natasha Howard, Asia and Flash are going at it. Flash picks up her fourth foul, though, with 5 minutes to go. Satu Sabali ties it at 79 after a touch foul from Alicia Clark. There's 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Then Tierra McCallum picks up her fourth foul. It is just the fouls. Oh my God, the fouls are getting ridiculous. These refs are starting to really annoy me at this point in the game because, the fouls there were a lot of fouls in the beginning of the game, but these are starting to actually affect the game, and these are touch fouls or no fouls, phantom fouls. Now, let me break down the last 4 minutes of this game because it gets really crazy. So, Satu Sabali gets a lead 80-92. 80-82 rather, it's 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. Satu does a reckless closeout on Chelsea Gray, and she lands on her foot. They go to review it. They deem it a flagrant one because it's a reckless closeout. It's super dangerous. Chelsea Gray is still recovering from her lower leg injury, and she could have re-injured it doing stuff like that. So, Satu Sabali, I'm sorry, but yeah, he definitely deserves that flagrant one. Chelsea hits all 3 of her free throws. Then Tierra McCallum gets a foul. There are just so many fouls and free throws that are happening, and it's leading to back and forth 1 point lead changes throughout the rest of this game. Asia has a ridiculous 41 points at this point. 41 points at this point in the game. 87-88. It's a 1 minute game left. On the inbound, Arike gets called for her 5th foul. These motherfucking refs, they're killing me. Asia does a clean block on Flash, but Alicia Clark goes behind and does a touch foul. They call it. Flash only makes 1 of 2, and it's tied 89-89. 55 seconds left in the game. Tierra McCallum fouls Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson makes 1 of 2. It's 90-89. This is scary. Reset timeout for the Wings. The refs call Jackie Young for a non-existent foul. There was nothing there. Young smartly just walks away in disbelief. These refs are literally calling this game, making bogus calls and calling the game. This is why so many fans are so pissed about these refs, because they're calling things that are not there. They're calling things that are actually making an actual impact on the game and making it to whatever they're liking, whatever emotional state that they're in. That they like, do they need an eye test? Do they need to be retrained? I don't know, but the amount of BS calls was outrageous. Anyway, Arike makes both of her free throws. It's 90 to 91, 35 seconds left. Aces are not able to convert. Then they foul Satu Sabali. She makes both of her free throws. It's 91 to 93, 12 seconds left. Asia goes to make a three to tie it, and it hits the rim. Dun, dun, dun. So Dallas does win this game, 90 to 93. But Dallas really needed this win, to be honest. They are ranked 11 out of 12, and the Aces are ranked 4. So they really need this win. They need several wins to get into the possibility of getting into the playoffs. So great win for Dallas. It was actually an incredibly fun game. It felt like a playoffs game for sure. So let's break down the points, the box score here. Jackie Young had 17 points, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Asia Wilson had 42 points. What? 42 points, 1 steal, 3 blocks. She only had 6 rebounds. Surprised she didn't have more rebounds, but 42 points. 42 points. Kelsey Plum had 8 points. Chelsea Gray had 15 points. And Alicia Clark had 5. Now, going for the Dallas wing, Satu Sabali had 28.7 rebounds, 2 steals, so you're getting the old Sabali back, which is fantastic. Natasha Howard Flash had 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks. Tiara McCowan had 8 points, 17 rebounds. Arike Gumbawale had 20 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Sevji Uzun had 9 points. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, really great outing for both teams, especially for Asia Wilson. That was crazy, but the Wings were a little bit more even in terms of their contributions, and they got it down to the very end. And yeah, it was a fantastic game. Very, very fun. Now that's it. So if you like this kind of content where I do recaps, please like, share, subscribe, follow, do all the things that you do with social media. And I will see you in the next one. Oh, lost ya. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.